Well, welcome back. In your Money Talk this morning, we are joined here in studio by Jeff Forshey, who is with Washington Trust Bank. And Jeff, this morning we're talking about kids and money. You know, it's something that's really important and needs to be taught, and it's not necessarily a required class in schools. So this is an opportunity to educate them a little bit on what they should do. And we want to start with when you start thinking about credit and debit and all these things, you know, and getting a card. What is the purpose behind that? And that's really important to kind of lay out the groundwork on that, right?
Sure, you've got to be very clear on what your objectives are and what you're trying to accomplish. And is it convenience? Is it access to cash? Is it the ability to build a credit record? Each one of those has different implications, and so you're going to have different choices around those.
Now, speaking of choices, you kind of talked about that. We have credit cards. Now, of course, you can't get one of those till you're 18, or at least not on your own.
Not on your own.
There's debit cards, through a banking account. There's prepaid debit cards. What is your advice for somebody who's not 18 yet, and parents want to kind of get them going on this?
Okay. So again, go back to your objectives. What are you trying to accomplish? And so if it's convenience and the ability to learn about budgeting and how to use your money, then you want to start looking at something more like a debit card, because a credit card, you're borrowing money. A debit card, you're using your own money. And in a prepaid, you're putting money aside to use at a future point. That comes with a lot of fees and not a lot of convenience in many cases.
Well, you mentioned fees, and one of the things that you want to be able to do is avoid those fees if you can, while still maximizing that convenience and, really important these days, security. So what is your advice with that?
Well, every one of those cards come with a lot of security, but with a credit card or a debit card, you've got back-end fraud monitoring from your financial institution. So now there's applications that will let you know of unusual transactions and allow you to actually verify those transactions on your mobile device on the fly, so you have a better sense of what's going on with your money at that point.
Yeah, so much of it is done, mobilely now. You mentioned that, budgeting, the mobile banking. Most of the banks, have that built in, right? They have those options for you, including Washington Trust, I'm assuming.
Washington Trust has online banking, mobile banking, as well as personal financial management. So those are some great tools that come with a checking and a debit card, so that you can learn some of the budgeting. You can see where your money is being spent by categorization, and it develops a framework for conversation as parents, so that you can talk about where did the money go, because it never seems like there's enough by the end of the month.
Ultimately, you're trying to get the child, the teenager, what have you, to understand budgeting, understand money, have a comfortable relationship with all of that before they get to 18 and potentially start up their own credit card, so that they're equipped and ready to handle that. That's the goal.
That is.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, thank you for coming in this morning. We appreciate your time.